Hello and welcome back to Canvas and Pixels by Next Layers. This will be short, but it is very important as I'll be laying a foundation into something big. If you are ready, let's dive into it. Welcome back. I wanted to take time to explain about layers in Adobe InDesign. Now, I know you all know about layers from softwares like Photoshop. And in Photoshops, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean which is the most common thing, putting each element on each layer so that you can deal with them as an individual. It could also mean putting elements into groups. Now, these elements could be pictures, it could be text, it could be anything. But in Adobe InDesign, layers is a form of a grouping system. Come, let me show you. Let me bring the layers panel out. All right, I'll return it back. It's just a way to demonstrate. Now, at the beginning of this project, this is an annual report, which is the thing I wanted to really teach, but I needed to lay this foundation. So let me show you a few things. I could enable grids. All right, you'll be able to see all my grids. I could put all my text in a group. That's it, all text. I could put all my master page item in a group. All right. I could also put picture in a group. I took that as a picture, and then you could have more than the grouping that I have done. All right. So what you do with layers in Adobe InDesign is to put things in form of groups, and it really helps your work in case there are things you want to see uh, part time, or there are things you want to work on part time, and that's the essence of Adobe InDesign. So let me show you how you can get this done from the beginning. All right. So what I'll do is I'll close this one, or I'll just simply open a new document, Control N, and then I'll show you how you can set up your layers. Now, without changing page size or anything, I will just get it done. Now, it's quite similar to how you create a new object. The only thing is that you are giving them colors and then making sure that things are listed in a group. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is to create like a grid system. All right. So I will just go to my layout and then create a grid. All right. I will say I want you to preview, and then I'll say I want you know let's say six, and then I want this to be, just for demonstration purpose, let's say 8 by 6, like so. All right, while this layer is selected, all right, the first thing I will do is to click on this tiny box. I think I should bring it out. It will help us have a better understanding. There's this tiny box. I can click on it. It's a way of saying this layer will now be grids. And the best thing is for you to just rename it. So I'll right click on it, and or I'll just double click and then rename it as grid, or I can say grid system. All right, you can also change the color, you know, but for now I'll just leave it the way it is. I just click OK. That way I can toggle, visibility on and off if I want it, if I don't want it. All right, so let's proceed. The next thing I'm going to do is to create something like this. This will probably be my picture frame. Now notice that this is selected, and then maybe I'll create another picture frame somewhere here. This is just for demonstration purposes. All right, we're not doing anything complex. I just want to lay a foundation. If I toggle this on, everything will go with it. All right. The reason is this is also sitting on the same layer with the grid system. So how do I move my images to a new layer? Very simple. Create a new layer, double click on it, uh, not on grid system right now. You double click on layer 2 and then give it a name. I could say images or pictures. Again, you could change the color. All right. I'll click OK. All right. Now, even at that, if I toggle it on and off, you notice that nothing was happening. So the question is, how do we move my images to my image layer? I'll click on it, and then I need you to concentrate on this now. It's very simple, but you need just level of concentration. Click on this tiny square and then move it to the one up. Or should I say move it to the layer you want it to belong to. I'll click on the second one and repeat the same step. I'll click and then move it up. Now, something is obvious. The colors of the boxes I've created for images, it changed to color red. Oh yes, that's another thing that layers helps you to do. I said it's a form of grouping. So once you see the color, you know which one belongs to what. All right. So now if I toggle, you see only images layer disappeared. All right. If I toggle grid system, only grid system disappear. Let me add one more layer to it. Of course, you can create more than the one I'm doing. I will create another layer for text, for example. I'll say maybe the text will span from here to somewhere like this. Now you could tell that the text frame that I've created is sitting on the image layer. All right. I'll repeat the same step. Click on the plus sign here and then double click on it and call this one text. You can create body text separately. You can create titles, anything. So I would like to change this one's color. I want, I think, orange for this, and I'll click OK. All right. Now, this is still not on text layer. All right. I will click on because it's showing as soon as it is selected, it is showing on image layer. I'll click on it and move it to text layer. So when I disable it now, you see only text layer is disabled. Now the color kind of looks similar to images layer, and I don't want that, so I'll double click and then change the color to I want something okay green, and I'll say okay, and then green is not really showing, so I think I will just change the color to another thing. So feel free to experiment some of these colors. All right. Now I need to mention one more important thing. Apart from the fact that layers in Adobe InDesign helps you to create some form of grouping, it also helps you to create, maybe I'll call it hierarchy for lack of name now. What I mean by that is, let me just quickly demonstrate. So I will, okay, so I'll drag this to be above the images. All right, I think I'll bring this down for the purpose of demonstration so that we can see what I mean. I'll change to my text tool and then get to my type menu, and then I just fill this with a placeholder. Let me get one image, Control D or Command D if you are on Mac, and I will just fill this with something. All right, let me, and then probably I'll just do one more thing. I can just repeat the same image, or no, let's change the image to something I just worked on. I will fit in like so, and then this. Now if you look closely, you can see that our text is sitting under the images, and now that's where another importance of layering comes in Adobe InDesign. So the question is, how do I bring it up? Instead of you pressing Control angle bracket left or right, just move your layer up. That's it. Now it's clear that in our order of layering, we have said text will come first, followed by images, and then grid becomes the third one. Now, before I let you go, it's important that I mention to you that you can lock layers. Oh yes, if a layer is very important to you and you don't want it to move, or you want to make it a reference point for every other thing you are doing, you can lock the layers. So how do you lock layers? Quickly, just toggle this on and the layers will be locked. All right, you can toggle anyone on once you images layer again because it has been locked. Of course, it's very simple to unlock too. You just click on it and then it is unlocked. I hope this is clear enough. I hope it's not confusing, because again, what I'm doing with this video and maybe 2 or 3 more videos is to lay foundation on something complex I'm going to work on. So that's the way I like to, operate my channel. I will lay foundation first. So when I start making it complex, it becomes something easy for us to work on. I hope this has been meaningful. Please look out for the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell button so that when I upload another video, you will be notified. Thank you. Bye for now.